Hey everyone, this is Lee, and I want to say thanks to Henry Porter for suggesting that I do this. A Kiss ranking video. Okay. I had been a Kiss completist as much as I could be one back in the day when I bought records. All throughout their good moments and suck moments, I had got their stuff up until a very certain album which made me stop being a completist. The album I'm ranking now is not that album. The album I'm ranking now came after that album, and I might rank that album sometime too, but I figured I'd rank this one because I don't think I've ever thought about how I felt about each particular song and the order in which I'd rank it. This is one of those albums that I got cheap on cassette when I saw there were a number of Kiss's albums I didn't have, which I could get for a couple of bucks each, so I got this one and some of the others I didn't have. And I won't get too much into what I think of this album or how I thought of it back then, except for I'm going to say it wasn't their very worst album. And the point is to see what I think of each song. So here I go with Hot in the Shade. I decided to pick this one to rank because it's one I ordinarily would not think about ranking. So instead I made it the first one I'd think about ranking. Anyway, I'll go from my least favorite to my favorite and give a little bit of explanation why. Okay, the last song coming in number 15 is Forever. Worst song on here. Not because of how it's played, because it's played well. It's because it's this song, and I can't stand these types of songs, and I wish it wasn't on here. I know of many songs that sound like this, and they're all bad. Number 14, Prisoner of Love. I wanted to like this song because it's hard for me to understand what Gene is singing about, and that's a good thing. I also like the beat, but the song is performed almost like it's food slipping off the plate, and it sounds like it was written by a gum-chewing 12-year-old. That's probably who liked this song also. And now 13, Boomerang. I usually like fast, strange songs like this, but this is a mess. The song structure doesn't make sense, and they sound like they want to jam but don't know how to play a jam. It's not the worst song on here, but it's far from being one of the good ones. And then Read My Body, a song with one good idea, the opening riff, and a lot of bad ideas, everything that came after. I'd rather watch a whole exercise video by Richard Simmons before hearing this whole song. And then King of Hearts. That's number 11. This is a bad imitation of Van Halen's Panama with words that annoy the hell out of me. It doesn't get a lower ranking because I do like the drum sound. Number 10, Hide Your Heart. I could care less about Rosa working the car wash or Hugo bending pretzels or Scrubba or Dubba flying up in the wind or whatever the hell they're doing. It's like the plot to an S.E. Hinton book that got thrown away in embarrassment. Musically it's not horrible, but this isn't cool rock. This is David Cassidy rock. Enough said. Okay, 9. Little Caesar. I'm sorry, but I'm not into it. The very beginning has similarities to the beginning of Ted Nugent's song Free for All. I like that song better than this, and I don't even really like that song too much. Alright, number 8, Cadillac Dreams. This song is okay musically, but the way Gene sings it and the words annoy me, and it brings this down a notch. I've heard worse, but I've definitely heard better. 7. Silver Spoon. This is when the border between good and not good inches more towards the good. I do like this song mostly, except I don't like how Paul sings it. He sounds kind of like a snobby baby brat, and that affects how I feel about the song, but the music is pretty decent, and I'd probably like it better as an instrumental. 6. Betrayed. It's an okay song, but it sounds more like a Paul song chord-wise instead of a Gene song. And the song sounds a little bit off, like better chords could have been used, but the instrumentation is okay on it, so it's not a total piece of yuck. 5. The Street Giveth and the Street Taketh Away. They incorporate a little bit of David Bowie's Suffragette City on this song, but it works and I like it. It's one of the better songs on here. Number 4, You Love Me to Hate You. They're adding a little bit of the Sex Pistols song Submission in this, but it's okay, and the song is a little bit odd, but in a good way, and it's one of the better songs on here. Number 3, Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell. In this song, there's quotes from Prince's song Kiss and Chuck Berry's song Roll Over Beethoven, but I don't mind. This song is pretty decent and I like it. Number 2, Rise to It. This is an alright song. If you know of the group Tangier, this song is like an outtake from that group, except not quite as good as Tangier's best work, but I do like this song and it's fun. And then the first song, number 1, that I like the most is Love's a Slap in the Face. This song isn't perfect, but it's pretty good, and it doesn't embarrass me to hear it. I like this song well enough, and I dig it pretty well. Okay, so again, thank you, Henry, for suggesting that I do a ranking video. And as to whether or not I thought of that type of order for these songs back then, I have no idea. All I know is I thought about it and I realized I think of the songs in the order in which I think of them. And this is not an album that I hear often, but hey, you know, there's a reason for it, and the reason is because I don't want to hear it often. But still, it was, I'm not going to say it was a great thing revisiting it, but it was at least informative. It informed me of how I felt. Anyway, hope you enjoy my ranking. Take care, everyone. Bye.